Hi, and welcome to another episode of TK Talks. I'm Tom,
I'm Caleb.
and what are we talking about today, Caleb?
I think it's some football time
Football
again.
time! Absolutely.
Um, do we want to do Cards first, or do we want to
I
do
want to
other
get I
teams
want to
first?
go straight into the Cardinals. The Cardinals was a fantastic upset game. If you guys didn't see it, you need to go get it on DVR, whatever, watch it on Hulu. You gotta watch it because it was a fantastic game. It was such a good game. So excited. What did you think about it?
Um, oh, that game was awesome. I loved it. We played like to the top, as we should be playing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got 9 points in the first quarter, 21 up to 21 in the second quarter. Third quarter, we didn't score any points in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, we got another touchdown right towards the end to kind of cap it off. But I mean, the Cowboys, I think they walked into that game thinking they were just gonna slaughter us, and just mow us over. I think they were. I don't know if they were partying the night before or what happened, but they were not their usual selves. We pulled off a major upset. It was awesome.
Well, all the flags they got hurt them. All
Oh,
the
oh yeah.
offsides that they got.
There was a lot of offsides. There was a lot of pass interference.
Yeah.
It just seemed like they were, not paying attention.
And I'm not gonna lie, I got nervous in that third quarter because we didn't get any points,
In the third quarter, yeah.
and they got points.
Yeah, it was an amazing play. The third play of the game. So kickoff being the first, then we had a 2 yard pass, and then Dobbs running that 44-yard run, just going at it was absolutely crazy. And just watching him run down the field, I'm like, he's gonna get a touchdown. He's gonna go all the way. He finally got tackled by somebody in the end, right down there towards the end. But it was good, man. It was a good old-fashioned football game.
Right. But our QB, he did pretty good. I like the fact that like that first play, he did that run.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
And then the Steelers took the Raiders 23-18.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
They did. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Steelers. Let's see who played. Week 3. Here we are. So the New York Giants, the 49ers beat the Giants. That was not a surprise, but definitely a good game. The Lions beat the Falcons. I was really rooting for the Lions this week. I put it down in our little football pool. The Lions, the Chargers, the Saints. The Saints lost to the Packers. Did you see any of the Colts game, the Colts and Ravens game?
No, I did not.
Man, it went into overtime. The Colts ended up winning it, and there was like a minute left on the clock. The Colts were able to kick a field goal and win the game.
Nice.
22-19. They were 19-19.
Yeah, I was watching the game. I was following it on Google.
Yeah. I caught the very end of it, the last couple of plays, and I was like, yeah! I'm an old-fashioned Colts fan, so,
Dude, what was the game? There was a game that it was like one-sided all game.
The Commanders and the Bills game was pretty one-sided. The Bills won 37-3. The Broncos and the Dolphins was one-sided for sure. That was 70-20. Dolphins scoring 70 points.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy on that game.
And I guess they're the first team to do that since 1966.
Wow, that's incredible.
From what I've heard.
That is absolutely crazy. I mean, poor Russell Wilson, you know. Talk about a guy who came from, one of the winning teams in football history, coming from the Seattle Seahawks, a strong Seattle Seahawks team, to end up with the Broncos and just get hammered all the time, man. I don't know if he's injured, or got himself injured or scared or what, but maybe he doesn't have the offensive line that he used to have. But I mean, the Dolphins got 726 total yards compared to 363 total yards for the Broncos.
Right. Oh, and I found that game. The Chiefs and the Bears.
The Chiefs and the Bears?
Until the fourth quarter. Once that fourth quarter got down to like the last 5 minutes.
41-10. Yeah, that's a blowout.
The Bears started coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
When it got down to like the last 10 minutes of that game.
That's incredible.
But it was super one-sided the whole game.
It looks like
the Bears didn't show up one bit.
The Bears? Yeah, Kansas City got a touchdown in the first quarter. Let's see, 3 touchdowns in the second quarter and 2 field goals, a touchdown in the third quarter. And then finally in the fourth quarter, the Bears came back and they got a field goal and a touchdown. I mean, total yards, Kansas City had 456, which, I mean, for how big of a blowout that was, that's not as many yards as I was thinking. But it's still well over double what the Bears had. The Bears were at 203 yards for the whole game. And passing yards, the Bears only had 87 passing yards, 116 rushing yards. You know, and they didn't even hardly get to play. They had 4 yards per play compared to the Chiefs' 6.1 yards per play. And, that's how you win games. If Tom Brady taught us anything about the Patriots, it's if you get 4 yards or 6 yards per play on average, you will win the game. You will make it all the way down to the end zone. You will get a first down regularly. If you just go for that 4 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, right in that area, do those short little plays, you can make it all the way.
Right. Another close game was the Panthers and Seahawks game.
Panthers and Seahawks? I did not see that one.
Yeah, it was a 27-37 Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
But
that was, it was totally back and forth, it looks like. So,
yeah.
Until the third quarter, it's like the Panthers fell asleep in the third quarter.
Right.
Let's see. They both scored 3 in the first quarter. The second quarter, the Panthers scored 10, and the Seahawks scored 9. And then the Panthers' third quarter, they fell asleep. They were 0 points compared to Seattle's 10, so that's where Seattle really took the lead. And then the fourth quarter was 14-15. If the Panthers had kept up in that third quarter, I mean, it would have been a tie game, or it would have, they would have won. It would have been close.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. And then the Jets and Patriots was a close game too.
Yeah, that was a low-scoring game, 15-10. The defenses were working hard that game, the whole game.
And then, like you said earlier, the Bills and Commanders were a one-sided game as well.
What was that?
The Bills and Commanders were one-sided game as well.
Yeah.
37-3.
I'm a Bills fan too, man. I love Josh Allen. He's my absolute favorite quarterback in the league. Not because he's a good quarterback, or I mean, he is a good quarterback, but not that there's anything super special about him. But if you look into Josh Allen's backstory, man, it's a pretty good backstory on how he got into college and how he got a scholarship and everything that he had to go through in order to get there.
But the Washington was just sleeping through the first 3 quarters, and then they only got 3 points in the fourth.
Yeah, that's probably because the Bills put in their second stringers or their third stringers. In some of those games, you end up with practice squad on the field.
Right.
Towards the end of the game, when you're winning that deep, there's no point. I know the Chiefs took Mahomes off the field towards the end of the Bears game, and it actually upset Mahomes. I was watching on ESPN that he was pretty upset on the sidelines that they took him out because he really wanted the yards. He wanted the stats for the year to stay up. So he was hoping to just dig yards out of them. But they ended up pulling him out, and they're like, "No, man, they don't want to risk getting him hurt or anything like that. He's a darn good quarterback. He's got a bit of an attitude, but he's a good quarterback,
Right. Right, that makes, yeah. And then the Texans and Jaguars.
Texans and Jaguars, 37-17, Texans. Yeah. I really wish I had time to watch every single game because I bet you that was probably a good game too. Although the Jaguars did lose, there was a decent amount of back and forth. At least in the second half, the Jaguars were coming back strong in the second half. They just ran out of time, I feel. They went through the first and second quarter. The Jaguars didn't score a single point, and the Texans had 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So they were up 17 by the half. And then Jacksonville answered with a touchdown run and a field goal on top of that, and then they answered back with another touchdown for the Texans. But yeah, it was back and forth in that third and fourth quarter, a little bit anyway. So what do you think about Monday's games?
All right, sorry about that. I had to take care of my little list.
That's okay. I could hear her
what's
fussing in the background. I was just asking, what do you think about Monday's games coming up? Well, today's games. We got the Eagles and the Buccaneers at 4:15, and at 5:15 we've got the Rams and the Bengals. We got 2 different games rolling for Mondays now.
And I was looking at the schedule. Those double hitter games on Mondays.
Yep.
Stop this week.
Oh, really? So we're not going to have 2 games on Mondays. Yeah. The Seahawks and the Giants next Monday.
Because I updated our little tournament thing.
Yeah, our score sheet.
And granted, the 2 games for tonight aren't done.
Yeah.
Obviously, they haven't started yet. But we're all pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah, it's working out pretty well with that standing sheet. I noticed I won this week, but I lost miserably last week. So, I'm sure we're all going to have weeks like that.
Which looks like my wife may have added those points together because I didn't.
Let me see.
Hi. But I have down that I'm going with Buccaneers for tonight's game.
You going with the Eagles Bucks? I don't.
Yeah, the
I don't
Eagle and
remember who
Buccaneers.
I don't remember who I picked for that one. I think I
You
picked the
have
Eagles.
the Eagles down. Say hi.
Hi.
We have a little special guest, Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
But you went for the Eagles. I went with Bucks, and then for the Rams and Bengals game, me and you both went for the Rams over the Bengals.
Right on. Those are going to be some good games. Unfortunately, I've got a board meeting right at 4 o'clock, so I will probably miss the beginning of the Eagles and the Bucks game, but I'll be back up for the Rams and the Bengals. I should be home for that game, so I'll probably catch most of that.
Listening, at the very least.
Yep.
Because I'll be at work, so. It is Monday.
For sure.
So
looking at next week, we've got quite a bit going on. I think the Rams and the Colts game is going to be one to watch. Also, the Dolphins and the Bills. I feel like that's going to be an awesome game next week after they're both coming off a blowout win. So we're quite possibly going to have a good shootout, but both of them have decent defenses. So that's going to be a solid game to watch.
And obviously the Cards and the 49ers.
Cards and 49ers, that's going to be a big one. With us coming off of our upset with the Cowboys this week, hopefully we can carry some of that confidence into the 49ers game.
I think we're away.
Is it an away game?
Yeah, we're
it
at
is.
the 49ers.
Well, we'll see how it works. Yeah.
And then, then there's the Chiefs and Jets.
That ought to be a decent one.
The Cards play on my wife's birthday.
Oh, do they? October
1st.
Nice.
So, there's that too.
I forgot that it was your wife's birthday and you guys are coming over on Saturday. Too bad there's no games on Saturday. We could watch the game.
Are we still planning on doing that?
I thought we were.
All right. But yeah, no, I mean, for the most part, as of right now, as the score sheet goes, my wife's mom is in first. And second goes to you, Mr. T.
Ah, nice.
And then third goes to my wife. No, correction, goes to me. And then my wife, and then my father-in-law.
Nice.
That's how those point standings go as of right now.
Very, very cool. I'm excited to see what the rest of the year brings.
What's up?
I'm excited to see what the rest of the year brings.
Right, me too.
Oh, it's going to be a fun year, I think, for football. You got a lot of good teams, a lot going on. I think everything's going to just be entertaining for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be really fun to watch. But, yeah, no, so far, the games from yesterday were pretty interesting.
Yes, they were.
I mean, like I said, other than the few a few shutouts that there were.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shutouts, but sometimes that makes for a good football week. That's a lot of excitement for the teams that were on top in those situations. So
yeah, absolutely. So I think that's gonna be about it, man.
awesome.
Unless you have anything else to add.
No, I think we're good to go, man. I think I will catch you on the next episode. I think we'll probably do a gaming episode. So if you guys are into gaming, stay tuned on our channel, and we'll work it out.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for listening. This is Tom.
This is Kay.
And we will talk to you later.